Hey guys, and welcome to the new video today, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, or Scarlet and Violet. I don't really know which way you guys prefer to say it, but in today's video I'm going to give my general thoughts, reaction to the trailer, things like that. So unfortunately I apologise, I know this is extremely late, however I've had illnesses and general busyness to comb over, but in the new trailer that we've seen recently from the Pokemon Present, this game looks wild. It looks really good. This looks like the Pokemon game I've been dreaming of ever since I was little. Back when I was little I used to play XD Gale of Darkness, and I used to think, wow, what if Pokemon went full 3D? What if it was fully open world? And this game looks incredible so far. I will admit, on the performance side, the game is not looking great. My two biggest concerns are voice acting, which I'll get onto in a second, and just general performance. I think close-up in buildings looks fine, it's just those far-off shots, the resolution, it's going to be very much like Xenoblade, where the resolution's low and the frame rate's low, because the Switch just physically cannot handle these sort of games. And for me, personally, I really like this game so far from what I've seen. I mean, going back to the trailer, it was just a really lovely surprise. It sort of hit me when it came out. I thought, wow, it has been 3 years since Sword and Shield. Wow, that's strange. I think it's because Game Freak have obviously done Legends Arceus, and then they've suddenly come out with Scarlet and Violet, and the games look good. I mean, so far I'm more on the side of getting Scarlet, but again, we need to see those legendaries, we need to see those exclusive features in Pokemon, teams, things like that. But so far, starter-wise, I'll put a picture of them on screen now. I'm very much looking forward to these starters. I think as a whole, I think these are a good group of starters. I think for me, starters have been a point of controversy ever since, I'd probably say, X and Y, where the sort of quality of them started to deteriorate. But overall, I think I'd say about 90% of the starters we've had in total have been brilliant. Out of the three that we've got here, I'm really looking forward to the cat Pokemon, the grass cat, which is named, I've got to actually look it up, I can't remember, to be honest, but I think it was like Sprigagito, I can't remember, but the new starters look incredible. I must admit, it's Sprigatio, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's the grass cat Pokemon anyway. So you got Frucoco, I don't know, I give up. And then Quaxley, I can pronounce that, there you go. But you've got the grass cat Pokemon, the fire croc Pokemon, and the duckling Pokemon, which is very, usually with starters we get some form of new animal that hasn't been done in that form yet. However, to my knowledge, we don't have a grass cat and we don't have a fire croc. However, we do have 2 crocodile Pokemon, and we also have 2 duck-based Pokemon, so it's very interesting when we have a whole heap of cat Pokemon in every single generation. So it's interesting to see that they've gone with sort of similar animal types. Personally, I'm predicting now that it's going to be grass and poison, it's going to be ground and fire, and then I'm predicting also maybe, do you know what, I'm going to throw this out there now, I think it's going to be flying in water. I know it's not a very adventurous pick with it being a water duck, but to be honest, we already have that before, so it could be ice and water. I'm not really too sure where they're going to go with these starters, but the main characters, I'll put a screenshot of the actual trainers now. Trainer design, I've seen a lot of controversy, people say that these look bad. Personally, I think these are probably the worst trainer designs we've ever had. They're not bad. I do quite like the female design, however, it's just I guess it's like the school uniform. They sort of look like they're in Scouts. You know what I mean? They're in like the Cub Scouts. I don't really know what's going on there. They're in like camping. I don't know, but it sort of looks like a cross between Scouts and school uniform. But and anyway, going forward onto the region, it's based in Spain. We don't have a name for the region yet, but it looks very good. I mean, we've got sort of the trainer's main home. It looks like a villa, and then you've got the main city area where it's got all of the type symbols on the floor, and you've got the big tower and sort of the tiled floor. It looks like Barcelona. There's areas that look like Madrid and Valencia and things like that. So the game, I think going for Spain was a good choice. I would personally, if they were to do a next game, I was predicting either Australia or Brazil. So I wasn't too far off with Brazil, but obviously continent-wise, like location-wise, I was miles off. But I think theming-wise, I wasn't too far off. But overall, I think the game so far, I think gameplay-wise, it's going to be brilliant. I mean, if they can really nail that open world feel, I don't know if they're going to go for full open world where you can tackle any gym in any order. I think that would be brilliant. However, I don't know how they incorporate the story into that. But personally, I really want to see it where it's that approach, essentially. But for me, the number one thing that I'm very concerned about is voice acting. Pokemon, both Legends Arceus, Sword and Shield, and Sun and Moon as well, felt completely empty without it. I think the game that suffered the most was definitely Legends Arceus. We had those, and Sword and Shield as well, where they had those long sort of zoom in camera angles, the long pauses, where there's just no sound coming from the characters at all. It's just very jarring, it puts you off. But hopefully they can do a Breath of the Wild approach where they actually add voice acting for once. I think that would be brilliant. Another thing that we can see is they've just pretty much just copied the same approach as Legend Arceus, which as you guys will see in my review, I very much like that game. Again, technical problems all over the place, both frame rate and actual resolution, massive problems there. I think we are going to see the same problems here, but I think it's not a case of they just can't be arsed or can't be bothered. I think it's more of a case of the Switch just physically cannot handle it. I mean, if you guys have played games like The Witcher, you guys can see that game just runs really weirdly on the Switch. It's a good game. I think it's nice that they got it optimized for Switch, but then you look at games like Doom and Doom Eternal that run pretty decently on Switch, and you think maybe, I mean, to be fair, Breath of the Wild does have its own technical hiccups here and there, but I still think it's a beautiful game. A lot of love and effort was put into that game. I'm just really hoping the same is for this game. I mean, so far from what I can see from the different areas, the game looks brilliant. The only other thing I'm a bit worried about, obviously, is just how they're going to handle this, I guess, story-wise, because I think Legend Arceus' story, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It wasn't very good. It was just sort of very samey. I mean, well, Pokemon Standard is very different because obviously it was a spin-off and it involves time travel and whatnot, but the game here, I think they really need to incorporate things like an evil team, like Team Galactic and things like that. I think, personally, I quite liked teams like Team Skull, but for me, I just really want to see a new evil team that are actually doing something. I think Team Plasma were a good one, obviously Team Rocket as well were a really good one from the original first two games, so Gen 9 is looking very good, that's all I can say so far. And it was just a lovely surprise because I think all of us just thought that this was going to be, when you look at the trailer with the sort of security guard going around the room, you think, oh wow, it's Detective Pikachu. But it's not, it's a brand new generation of Pokemon. I just cannot believe, I'm still shocked that this is a thing. I'm still going to do a full in-depth analysis of this, but again, I'll need some time on that, so please bear with me because it's a long deep dive. I'll have to go through the trailer frame by frame and just sort of point out different things, but you know, I'm just really happy with the like close-up level of polish where you've got things like Pokemon interacting with people in the open world, and things like Pokemon centers being out in the wild and things like that. It's just really nice. I think overall the game looks a lot better than it did with Legends Arceus, because that game had very big problems, especially with lighting in certain areas, but they seem to have improved on that front at least, where, for example, if you'd look away at the distance in Legend Arceus, it would actually not project any shadows in some areas, whereas they seem to have completely fixed this here, so I'm quite happy with that for the most part anyway. But anyway guys, you've heard me ramble on long enough. I just wanted to get a video out just to give my sort of first reactions and thoughts to the trailer. Obviously, well, it's not my first reactions, it's been out for a while. I'd just like to apologise again for sort of the lack of videos in the past 2 weeks. I've actually been very ill the past few days. I'm currently still very ill, you can probably tell by my nasally ass voice, but I apologise for that in advance. But I just cannot wait for this new Pokemon game. Expect more videos to come. Obviously we've got Kirby coming, we've got Switch Sports coming, and I'm probably going to do more videos going more in depth on Pokemon, because I mean, you know, I'm looking at the screenshots now and it's just brilliant. I mean, this is going to be the first open world Pokemon where they've literally said word for word, various towns blend seamlessly into the wilderness with no borders, which just sounds amazing. Where you can literally just go from a wild area-esque area straight into a city. I love that, and that's, as I said at the beginning, that's what I've wanted since I was a little kid. I just want a Pokemon game that feels like the movies, like the anime, where it feels like this open, seamless world that you're actually interacting with and is changing around you. I think that's going to be brilliant. I think if they do this game right, I think this could be the best Pokemon game that's currently out. Obviously, they have a lot of competition, obviously with Pokemon Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver to compete with, but hopefully this game will be good, because in my opinion, Sword and Shield, I didn't hate it, I quite liked the game, but it had lots of problems, and I just hope, especially on the my main biggest problems with this are story, graphics and voice acting. I just hope they're all fixed here. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. It's just been a pleasure to actually come back and record videos, as I've had a little time off, but I do appreciate the patience with those who are subscribed, so thank you so much, and please look forward to more content in the future, just general Nintendo-ness, I guess. Is that even a word? I don't know. But we've got a new State of Play coming from PlayStation as well, so I'll probably be covering that. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.